Hey everyone, exciting news. We've officially launched the Paranoid Perspective Patreon. If you love what we do, unpacking conspiracies, chasing mysteries, and laughing through the weirdness, now you can support the show and get more of it.
So, for as little as $5 a month, you will get exclusive access and extra perks to the episode. Sarah, what do we get with tier one?
So, tier one is the Curious Minds, and you get a shout out at the end of every episode.
Next tier, this is what you guys really probably want, ad free episodes. We don't need those pesky ads that you guys are getting on Spotify, Apple, whatever else. You will get all episodes ad free, along with what else, Sarah?
You'll also get it ahead of time. So before the episode releases for that week, it'll be available for you to watch or listen.
So, if you guys are interested, check in the show notes down below, or you can head to patreon.com/ the Paranoid Perspective Podcast. Welcome back to the Paranoid Perspective. I'm Jake.
I'm Sarah.
Sarah, I don't know anything about this once again. And I sound like a broken record, but every time we talk and I don't know anything about it, I kind of like it. And you talked about this for a little while now, about how you were thinking about wanting to do an episode on this lady. And I have purposely not looked at anything, and I really, really, really wanted to last week. I wanted to deep dive. I don't know whether my phone's listening to me or whatever, but something came up about a update or something that happened. I don't know what it was. It wasn't anything I don't think it was anything recent. I just think my phone was listening to me and talk about it, and I was like, I really want to click this article to see what it is, but anyway.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, well, what are we talking about today, Sarah?
We're talking about the disappearance of Nancy Ng.
Okay.
So,
and
you got an article about it? That's crazy, but
I know,
I don't know.
right? That's a
Yeah.
conspiracy within itself. So
Yeah, we'll have to do that another time. Just talk to with our phones out and do it for a week and see what happens.
I don't know if I want to do that.
Okay, for a day or something. I don't know. Nancy Ng, she's a 29-year-old Asian American, and she disappeared on October 19th, 2023. So fairly recent.
Yeah.
She was a behavioral interventionist aide at an elementary school in California.
Okay.
That was her job. Yeah. She was right outside of LA, the LA area. And she had also been doing yoga for about 4 years at that point, and she decided to go on a yoga retreat in Guatemala.
Okay. Sounds exotic.
So, yeah. I don't know if I'd go to Guatemala, but I mean, back then, that's, I guess, people go.
I don't think Guatemala would have been my first choice, but I mean, teach their own.
Yeah, so the yoga studio was called Be the Change, and I guess it's still open.
So motivational.
Yeah, and there were 12 Americans that went on this retreat that year. Well, and I think that includes the organizer. So, the organizer and 11 participants. And it was meant to be a week-long retreat and it kind of had activities every day. I don't really know what activities, but it's yoga activities, I guess, meditation. I don't know.
A bunch of hippie shit.
Yeah, I've never gone on a retreat like that, so I don't really know what they're doing. But
well, the handfuls of retreats that I have been on have always been I hate when they do that, where they're like, oh, hey, guess what? We have this plan for today. It's like, dude, I don't want to fucking do that.
Right. Yeah. Well, but I assume since it was a small group, maybe they were kind of, friendly and
Sure.
I don't know, because that's pretty small. You kind of need to know those people that you're going with.
Well, or you're going to get to know them really quick. One of the two.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, Nancy had been on the same retreat the previous year.
Oh, so she
with
already
the same
knew.
Group. Yeah, I guess it was the same people and the same instructor. So you should know these people probably at that point.
At least be mild acquaintances, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, she decided to join again because the previous year was fun, I guess. So, and I don't know if they went to the same place the year before, but it might be a
Well,
different location. But I don't know. This case, there's not a lot of information out there. So I'm just going with what I have heard. So we'll
okay.
see. I
Hey,
mean, something could be wrong or
hey,
not reported very well. I don't know.
I will be the first one to tell everybody that's listening to this that we are the most expert non-experts.
Yeah. Yeah. We are not reporters. Like, this is what we have gathered. So,
We just scour the internet and look at stuff and then talk shit about it most of the time. So that is our
yeah.
expertise.
Yeah. So, part of this retreat, so this happened on Thursday, October 19th. So,
Okay.
around 10:30 a.m., 10 people from the group went kayaking in Lake Atitlan, I guess is how you say. I'm not sure. I don't know Spanish, but I think that's the how you say it, which that is the deepest lake in Central America.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it has a depth of more than 1,100 feet.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And it's considered one of the most beautiful lakes in the entire world, I guess. And I think it used to be like a volcano crater or
Okay.
something.
Hang on, I gotta look this thing up. I gotta see a picture of it. I know this is great podcasting, but um
Yeah, I don't have any pictures available for this episode, so I will not be struggling to share my screen this time.
you said it's the
Struggling to
deepest in
talk.
Central America? Because I'm not gonna try to spell that shit.
That's what it says. It's Atitlan.
Okay, yeah, I got it. All right, let's look at pictures and I shall share my screen.
Yeah, you can struggle with that.
I'm not struggling with it. Okay, that's a good picture. Yeah. Looks pretty nice. So let's do this. I'll do the typical Sarah. I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna look and here we go.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that's very pretty.
Yeah. And
It's kind
then
of deceiving.
well, so this is an actual picture.
Oh wow, yeah.
So
That looks kind of like a what is it? Like a sickle or something.
a little bit, or maybe like a sharpened spade
Yeah.
or something like that, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. So, before paddling to the middle of the lake, a video was taken of the entire group, uh like just getting ready and getting into the water on their kayaks. And Nancy was in that video and she was seen waving and paddling a few feet away from the shore. And she was not wearing a life jacket.
Well,
Yeah,
boat safety and water safety 101. Wear your life
right.
jackets, kids.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't even know if because they rented the kayaks, so you would think they would have
Well,
given them
it is Guatemala.
right. Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I've never been there, but yeah, maybe they didn't give them life jackets. But you'd think if this was an organized activity with the yoga studio,
I
wouldn't
feel
you?
like you saying this is an organized activity might be a stretch.
Well, yeah, I don't know how many times they've organized these retreats
Yeah.
either. So, um, but yeah, so after that video was taken, the group kind of paddled in separate directions, just everyone kind of exploring on their own, however they wanted to explore the
That
lake. Um,
don't do
what?
that either.
Right. Yeah, don't go off alone. I don't know, because this is a really big lake. Um, but people did say that Nancy started kayaking towards the center of the lake, where it is the deepest.
Well, I mean
And
if you're gonna go, you gotta go to the center.
right, I guess, yeah, with no life jacket.
Yeah, fuck that.
Right. And people said that this woman, Christina Blazik, she was also from California, but she went with Nancy to the middle, is what people were saying. But after this, according to the kayak owners, the group came back just minutes later with all of the group seeming nervous. And the owners noticed that they had one less person from the group. And I don't
Yeah.
know. The
Yeah.
owners also said that nobody in the group wanted to talk to them.
Of course not. Not
Right.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. After that, apparently all the retreaters went to wherever they were staying as quickly as possible. And they also didn't pay for the kayak rental.
Oh.
So they
So
left so
they're
fast.
murderers and cheaters. Or cheating. Cheap.
Thieves. Yeah,
Cheap. Oh,
cheapers.
man.
Yeah.
Cheapers. Cheapers. Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah, and the owners said that Christina especially looked very nervous, but like I don't know if they knew who she was. Like I don't know. That could be added later.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like context matters in this, right? Like, you can see if somebody's like not wanting to talk to you, but like, are people really paying attention like that
Yeah.
closely?
No,
Like,
they're
I know
not.
people do, but I don't think most do.
Right. Yeah, and they said she looked visibly shaken and had to be calmed down by the rest of the group. Maybe if the rest of the
Maybe.
group was around her, I don't
Yeah,
know, but I don't I feel like that's kind of added to make it more like sensational or something.
probably.
But the group returned to the US within a day of this incident.
That is not suspicious.
Right. Well, yeah, some people say it was within 8 hours, but I also don't know if that I feel like that's just pure speculation by like
Sure.
Redditors and
Right.
TikTokers,
Right.
but it was definitely within a day. So it was like the next morning maybe.
Yeah, so they packed their shit, got on a flight, and got the fuck home.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do wonder because it was supposed to be a week-long retreat and this happened on Thursday morning. And from what I could find, this was the last full day scheduled for the retreat. So I wonder if like they were scheduled to leave Friday anyway
Anyway,
and they
yeah.
just took their flight. Cause like to try to change your flight last minute for like 11 people, I don't know if how that would work.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's not probable.
Right. Yeah. So I feel like they just took their regularly
Yeah.
scheduled
Yeah.
flight and just didn't say anything,
Yeah, see,
which
that's why
is
context matters, though, because like if you were just to say that they left the country in 8 hours after this happened, it's like,
right.
oh yeah, they're definitely suspicious. But if it's like, well, yeah, but they left at, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday morning because that's when their fucking flight was. That's when it was
Right.
scheduled from the get go. Like,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, obviously not a lot of information, so I couldn't find like, oh, they're meant to take this flight. No one's saying what flight they should have taken and if they
sure,
took the regular flight, but I did find it was the last full day scheduled. So probably people did have a flight the next day at some time.
right.
Um, so yeah, I don't think that's as suspicious, but what's more suspicious is apparently the group took 24 hours to notify the Guatemalan police of the disappearance. So,
A little bit.
yeah. And like if it took 24 hours, I mean that might be like right when they're leaving for their flight or it might be like, they're already in the US and then they say it. So,
I mean,
that's kind of crazy.
if we could confirm that they were already out of the country, or hell, even at the airport, that would
Right.
be pretty suspicious.
Right. Well, I mean, even if they're still in Guatemala to say it the next morning,
Well,
like I don't know.
my only thing is if these people like, I'm trying to be the devil's advocate here, right? So if like, I don't know, like she met some Guatemalan that she was really friendly with and they snuck off together, got away from the group. You know what I mean? Maybe they might wait for her to come back to the hotel. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying,
Right.
but I don't know. I'm just speculating. Not likely,
Yeah.
but
Right.
I highly doubt there were very many people out on the lake, and it looked like a pretty massive lake. So,
Yeah. Right. Yeah, and supposedly Christina was with her for part of it, so
well, at
I
least
don't know.
part of it, right?
Right. Yeah. And well, the police, I think the Guatemalan police and family members of Nancy have said that many witnesses had already returned to the US before they gave any
Mm.
statements of what happened.
Yeah, I mean, but at the same time, if they reported her missing, like let's say they reported her missing while they were still at the hotel and they had to get their flight. I mean, it's pretty fucked up that they just left, but at the same time, I mean, what does that mean? Did they give statements right after they got off the plane? Did they give statements after they went to go eat lunch? Did they give statements once they had unpacked their bags and settled back into, you know what I mean? Like,
Right. Or
what
like
does that
weeks
mean?
later, or
Right.
yeah. Right. Yeah, that's not really known at what point did they give statements or if everyone on the trip even gave any statements or I mean there's some people that maybe didn't see anything, then what would
Right.
there be to or maybe they didn't even know she went missing, I don't know. I mean it's only 12 people, so you'd think if someone doesn't show up to the airport, you'd be like, where's this person?
Yeah. And like you said, it's likely that it was probably the same as it was the same 12 people as the previous
Yeah,
one. So it's not like you were like, oh hey, that random chick that showed up this time is not here.
right. Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it is possible they didn't all come from like California or have the same flight time.
sure.
So that's also up in the air. Like maybe some people left without even knowing that because she was supposed to have a later flight or something or earlier flight. Like, um, also, I feel like maybe some people were worried about being stuck in Guatemala if they start. I mean,
I don't know about you, but I don't want to be in Central America being interrogated by Central American police.
yeah. So maybe they just were like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm going to get back to the US first
Yeah.
before. Yeah. Um, but apparently none of the members told Nancy's parents that she was missing.
See, I mean, like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here with these individuals, but at the same time, I mean, like it doesn't look good. None of this
No.
looks good at all.
Right. How are you not going to tell her parents? I think it might have been, well, the organizer should have definitely told.
100%. If it's not
Yeah.
like, okay, even if it's not one of the members that was there with them, there was somebody in charge that was working for said company that organized, like you said, the entire excursion out to
Right.
Guatemala. And you have some sort of manifest for who's going where and when they're going. You have
Right.
to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And for you not to be, and I would think like if you're part of a group like that that's going on a retreat, like you would have emergency contact information filled
Well,
out already.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Like, because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to
Right.
happen. So yeah, that's pretty wild.
Yeah, it is strange. And well, apparently one of the members, I don't know if this was the organizer or not, but he told her parents that she just wasn't coming back.
What?
As if she decided to stay longer. Like,
Or they decided for her to stay there forever.
right. Yeah. It's like,
Holy
how are you
shit.
just going to tell your parents, oh, yeah, she's not coming. She doesn't want to come back. Like, I don't know if he said she doesn't want to come back, but like, said she's not coming back.
Well,
So,
once again, context matters there because if he said she's not coming back, red flag.
right.
If he said, well, she doesn't want to come back, still weird, but not nearly as bad.
Yeah, I don't have the specifics of.
Yeah.
So, the Guatemalan police do think Nancy drowned in
Mm.
the lake, but they have not been able to recover a body. They've
Well, yeah,
never
because
found her.
yeah, you said it was 11,000 feet
Yeah.
at its deepest point.
Well,
Like,
1100.
oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 11,000. I was about to be like, that
I don't know.
is
I might have said that, but 1100 feet.
well,
It's
still,
what.
regardless,
Yeah,
that's
that's
still
pretty big. Yeah.
pretty deep.
And it does have currents on its own and stuff. So, um, but the family did hire a private search team too to try and find her, and they have not found anything still either. But yeah, the family obviously was very angry about the lack of communication because they reached out to multiple people from this group and they never heard anything back from anyone in this
That,
group.
like, if you didn't do anything, you're making it really hard to
Right.
believe you didn't do anything.
Yeah, like just talk to the family. I don't know. They're worried. Like, How are you
Well,
not going to say anything?
and we've talked about people that are like killers and stuff like this on the show where like I don't know, like they like people want to talk about it. They want to spill the tea, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like you can't just like I don't know, like I would think something that crazy, something would have come out from one of them, you know, to the family.
Right.
Even
Yeah.
if it was just to save their own skin in the situation, you know what I mean?
Well, yeah, to say, oh, this person was close to her when she,
Right.
or whatever. Yeah. No, there wasn't much communication the first month that this happened. So a month goes by. The family did do some digging and like some online communities, that dig into stuff like this. They found a person's name who was most likely the person who had seen her last, which was Christina, or that's who they found. But they did reach out to her twice through email, and she never responded to the emails. So kind of crazy that she's never responded. Um, Nancy's sister, Nikki, sent an email October 31st. So it'd been like, what, 2 weeks at that point?
Right.
So Nikki wrote that she found it suspicious Christina wouldn't talk to her family, and that left them feeling like Christina was hiding something, obviously.
Very
And
valid.
right. Yeah, she wrote in the email, it has been nearly 2 weeks since our sister has gone missing, and we are desperate to get the answers we need in order to find her. If you fail to cooperate, we will pursue this matter further. And it was signed by Nikki and her brother Jonathan, and they had got no response. So, um, Nikki also reached out to other people from the retreat to try to talk to Christina on the family's behalf, like to say, hey, what happened? But apparently, Christina said to them that she didn't owe the family anything, which is like, what? How are you gonna say that?
Okay.
Yeah. So once they got no answers from that, Christina's name was released publicly by the family to like try and pressure her to get answers because they felt that was the only way to get anything. So they specifically named her and Eduardo Ramada, which was the retreat organizer. So that was released in a public statement. Chris Sharp released it, who was the owner of Black Wolf Helicopters Special Operations Aviation and Training in Guatemala
Jesus
City.
Christ.
Yeah,
Pick a
it's
shorter
pretty
name,
long.
bro.
Yeah, but he was hired by the family to search for Nancy, like in Guatemala. So
Mm,
that's why he released the news press release. And he ended up releasing it on November 13th, identifying Christina and Eddie as persons of interest in a criminal case. And he stated that as of that date, they had not been forthcoming with Guatemalan authorities on
well,
anything.
they haven't been forthcoming with anything on with anybody.
Right. Um, but then November 19th, I think it was, so like a month after Nancy's disappearance, Christina finally gave a statement, like a public statement, but she did
Okay.
it through an attorney,
Um,
which is like, I don't know. It's a little strange. I couldn't find out how old Christina is, but I guess it doesn't matter. But also Christina's job apparently is a county deputy public defender for San Bernardino. So I don't know
okay.
if it's like protocol that she felt she has to go
Uh,
through an attorney, or she should know what
maybe,
it looks
but
like though.
yeah,
Like that's a little strange to do
that.
that.
Well, I mean, maybe she was freaking out about the contact that she had and saying that we'll pursue this matter further or something, and she just felt like she needed some legal representation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. But I
I mean,
mean, she knows all the legal. I don't know. I guess it
I'm
makes sense to get.
I'm not saying I believe that. I'm just saying I'm just trying to
Yeah,
think of other reasons you would have that. So,
right. It seems a little crazy to me. But I mean, she does know the ins and outs of the law, I guess. So maybe that gives her extra protection. I don't know.
maybe.
But like it's just crazy that she was silent for a month and then she has an attorney release a statement.
Well,
But,
I mean, innocent until proven guilty, but you can still look
well, yeah.
suspicious as fuck.
Well, yeah, she's not really helping the
No.
look like publicly, so through her attorney, she said this. She said, first off, they weren't going anywhere together in the kayaks. Instead, they happened upon each other while on the lake and began chatting. So they didn't go from the group together. They just, I don't know, came around and ended up together still. Like, it's like, hello?
We
I don't
left the
know.
beach separately, kind of close, but not together. And then
Right.
we met on the water, but still we weren't there together. We were
Yeah,
just
we
there.
met halfway or something. Yeah, I don't know. Because I saw two different statements kind of. I mean, it's from her attorney and it's like in the news or whatever, but like one of them said that Christina was already out there and coming in. So they kind of met halfway because Nancy was going out. So maybe they stopped there to chat since they were in the middle or whatever. Um, but apparently, while they were out on the water, Nancy said she wanted to take a swim. And Christina said that she should not do that because of the depth. And also, like, the wind had picked up. So there was kind of like a current and it was choppy. So she said, do not swim out here. And Nancy apparently jumped from her kayak anyway to swim. And so when Nancy jumped in, she pushed her kayak away from her. So Christina said she tried to hold on to both kayaks with her feet to keep them together and bring it to where Nancy was in the water, like swimming. And then apparently Christina lost the kayak and it like was taken away by the current. So she went to get the kayak. And by the time she came back to where Nancy was, she was gone. So it presumably went under the water. So I don't know. The attorney said that once that happened, Christina did not go in because of it was so dangerous, but she did paddle back to shore to get help, is her story. And the attorney said there were witnesses who said they heard Christina as she was paddling back, like screaming for help, and she was visibly shaken and upset. And they said she was escorted by people from the yoga group to get calmed down. And then they went to the police station in Guatemala where she gave her statement, like
Well,
on that same day.
that second part's not true.
It doesn't seem to be true. Yeah. I don't know.
Hmm.
That's her story
Well,
through her attorney.
I mean, sure, I guess I could get down with that a little bit, but at the same time, I don't I don't think that if somebody jumped off of a kayak into the water, wouldn't you just try to help the person? You know what I mean? Like, why would you go for the kayak? Like, you have something that's floating right now.
Well, I don't know if their kayaks were meant for one person, because I think if two people do get in it, it could be too much weight and capsize or something. But,
Oh, I'm not saying get in it. I'm just saying
well,
hold on
right.
to it.
Yeah, just hold on to it and come back.
So,
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think part of her story is that Nancy wanted to swim, so she wasn't gonna like hold on to the kayak for help because she didn't think she needed help at that
mm,
point. So she just went to get the kayak for when Nancy did need to get out of the water. But yeah, wouldn't you just stay nearby and just she could hold on to the kayak and swim back to
well, and
shore, like, I don't know.
I don't know how far out they were. Like, it does look like a pretty big
Yeah,
lake. So, I mean, if they were super far out, like, I don't know.
right. Yeah, it kind of said they were in the middle of it, so I don't
Mm.
know, like, but it is pretty far. So, but yeah, Christina does and says she spoke to authorities before she left Guatemala, and she said she even suggested places to look for Nancy, but like couldn't help too much because she was unfamiliar with the area. And it's kind of like, I don't know, wouldn't you just say here's where she went in the water? Like,
Well,
what
but
are
that'd
the
be,
areas to look?
but that's kind of hard though, because like if you're in the middle of a big ass body of water, like you don't have any landmark to look at. You know what I mean? Like you can't say like, oh yeah, she went down over by the bushes over there. You know what I mean? Like
Right. Yeah,
where are you gonna tell somebody like if somebody like that's why it's so hard to find people in the ocean and stuff, man, because it's like especially if, like you said, if there was currents and stuff like that, like dude, she could have drifted super far away from where she
right.
went in.
Yeah. I am a little like uh confused, I guess, by why didn't they call the police to there? Like they went to the police station instead of like getting a local to bring the police, so it's like you could still see like why I don't know.
Well, and that is odd too because like you said they rented the kayaks. So they obviously were talking to someone
Right.
that knew the area
Yeah.
because they work there. They do
Right.
this every day. Like the first thing
Yeah.
I probably would have done is been like, this lady just jumped off this kayak and jumped in the water. I can't find her.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Like
wouldn't
stay
have
on the
said
scene.
anything about like you need to call the police. I'd been like, dude, I need your help right now. Like I
Yeah.
don't know where this lady went. I need somebody to get out here and help me find this. You know what I mean? Like that'd be my
Right.
first thought.
Right. I wouldn't think to leave the area, but
Well, a good analogy here is people that flee the scenes of like I don't know minor traffic violations usually are fucked up in some way because they don't have documentation or they're driving illegally or whatever. So usually people that flee scenes like that have something to hide.
right. Yeah. It's a little strange. Um, Also, apparently, after she gave a full statement to the police at the station, they told her there was nothing that could be done because that lake was known for people drowning in it. So they were just like already like, oh, she drowned. We can't do anything.
I, I can kind of buy that if that's what happened, only because if they say she jumped in the water, like one, they
Right.
probably don't really give a shit. Like at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like we're talking Central American police here. Like I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
well, I don't like to assume, but there's a lot of corruption and there's a lot of money moving and stuff like that. And at the end of the day, like if you just come up and you're like, "Hey, my friend jumped in this big ass lake," and they're gonna be like, "Yeah, it sucks."
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what resources they have, to go and check or like, I mean, they could just go, on a boat, but they're not going to see anything if she's underwater and drowned. I don't know.
Well, the other thing too, it's like if you think like you talk about like missing people in the United States, like usually you got to wait 24 hours to report it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think if you witness something, though, I mean,
well, that's true.
because
I
they
I
saw her, or she said she saw her go under the water, or not
true.
under, but into the water, I guess.
Right.
So that makes it a little more urgent, maybe. But yeah. Yeah. So I guess Nancy's sister, Nikki, has said she understands Christina's reluctance to like talk to the family, but she does not get why Christina would not talk to like the searchers that they hired in Guatemala.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I can only assume that I don't know though. Like what would be the point of like purposely doing it though? Like I could see it being an accident
Right.
for sure. And then just being real dumb about reporting it.
Right. But she's a public defender. Wouldn't you like know what to do? But I guess when it happens to you and then you're in the moment of it, then I mean, you're going to act very different.
Well, and like you said, her being a public defender, she's only seeing it from her side of it. Like you just said, if you have something crazy happen to you that's never happened to you before, you could be the expert in whatever field of study or law or whatever. You're going to be like, "Holy shit, this person just drowned and I don't know what to do now."
Right. Yeah. You're going to panic and yeah. Um, well, Nikki also said that the statement Christina gave to the Guatemalan police is not in the case file.
Well,
Because according to Nikki, what, yeah,
that means it probably didn't happen then.
well, Right. Yeah. According to Nikki, her family obtained a complete copy of the file from Guatemalan authorities through like an attorney that her family retained in Guatemala. And there's no record of Christina's statements in there. So,
Well, more than likely that shit never happened then.
right. Yeah. Yeah. Nikki also said the prosecutor assigned to the case, like in Guatemala, sent a request to the U.S. Embassy in December that year for international assistance to obtain Christina and Eddie's statements. So, like, why would they request that if they already have it? Like,
Yeah.
so I don't
So
know.
that shit never happened, pretty much. Allegedly.
Right. Allegedly. Yeah.
Got to be careful
Yeah.
with our words here.
Right. Yeah. Allegedly. Well, there's just so much, there's just not enough information, I guess, of what actually happened. Mostly because people are not saying anything. So, um, but I will say the Guatemalan prosecutor's office did say they spoke to an unnamed witness who told them that Nancy had gone approximately 2 kilometers like deeper into the lake when she told this witness that she wanted to swim, and that's when maybe she drowned. So it doesn't say Christina's name as the witness, it just has it as an unnamed witness. So it could have been Christina that gave that statement, or it could have been a different person from the retreat. So, but there's nothing that says Christina's name with a statement. So,
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would honestly, with what they did, I don't know if I'd honestly believe a whole lot of anything they said they reported, or even if it said that it was her. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Christina's lawyer has said that he has no idea about the professionalism of Guatemalan police officers. Basically saying they're lying about not having or didn't record it properly or whatever about her having a statement, which I
Well,
don't know. I don't know if that's true or not.
that could possibly be true. I mean, I know people make mistakes all the time. I don't know how good Guatemalan, you know, record keeping is when it comes to statements and stuff like that. Like, hell,
Right.
it could just be a pen and paper statement. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it could be. I mean, there's probably parts of the US even that are not, they do not do a good job about recording these things. So
I was about to say
I
this
don't
has
know.
nothing to do with the geographical region. Like, people are
Right. Yeah.
fucking stupid. Like,
Yeah. So I don't know. It's hard to tell, but there's definitely not a statement that says it's Christina's name in the case file. So, um, also apparently though, Christina did reach out to the FBI to give a detailed statement to two agents who
okay,
were at her attorney's office in downtown San Bernardino. Like they had them come for her to give a statement with her lawyer. I don't know. It seems I'm not sure. Seems a little unbelievable, but
why though?
to help. She did it on November 7th before her name was publicly released. And her attorney is saying like her name should not have been released publicly because she was working with authorities. She just wasn't talking to the family. So keeping them in the dark, but she was trying to give authorities as much information as she had, apparently, is what her lawyer is kind of or her attorney's kind of.
Mm,
But I don't know. I don't know about that. Because I think the FBI is helping with the case,
okay.
like with Guatemala. But it's like, if you're talking to the FBI, why don't you tell that to the family? Like, I don't know.
I, I see. That's still like a little bit of a point of contention. Like, I don't care that you're talking to everybody and telling the authorities, helping the authorities, whatever you want to call it. I mean, if you've been reached out to multiple times by family members, I mean, you don't got
Yeah,
to go into like detail, but how easy would it have been if that's the story? If that is truly the story, that she jumped off her kayak because she wanted to go swimming. When the kayak went away, you were like, oh shit, I got to get that kayak, and came back. Yeah, I don't think any family member would want to hear that more than likely their loved one drowned, but doesn't seem like that big of a deal.
right.
Y-
Just tell them that, like,
Yeah. I mean,
right. Like, I don't know. And why, like, to be silent for a month? I mean, they only released her name because they hadn't heard anything. So it's like, just because you're telling the FBI, like, hello, I don't know. How
Yeah.
hard is it to share the same information to the family?
Well, I mean, like I said, I don't think you need to go into like detail, right? Like
No.
you shouldn't, probably shouldn't like give a whole lot. But I mean, if because at this point, like especially like 2 weeks after the event, like they think she's still alive somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
A month after the event, they think she's still alive, and then they hear that, like, well, hold on, maybe she's not still alive now. Like, you know, what I mean?
Well,
But there's
right. Yeah.
but there's still that like maybe she's still not alive. You know what I mean? But
Right.
if you heard it from the person that was actually there, like, dude, I tried to figure out where she was at, I couldn't find her.
Right. She
Uh,
went under and I never saw her come back up. Then yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Just
m-
yeah.
more
Tell them.
more than likely, okay, yes, that sucks, and I would be heartbroken to hear that from one of my loved ones drowned. But at the same time, at least it's like, okay, well, I
Right. Yeah.
know more than likely what happened.
Right. Yeah. And to withhold that makes it, I mean, this is why it made it more like a national
Yeah,
news and stuff. Because it is a little suspicious. Like, why aren't you
it's
telling them anything?
it's a lot of suspicious. It's
But
not a
yeah.
little suspicious. It's a lot of suspicious.
Right. So, and that's the only reason it became such a big story.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. Yeah.
but that's the thing. Like, I wonder though if it was one of those things where she panicked, she didn't know what to do. They left. They made a lot of mistakes. They shouldn't have left the scene. They should have reported it earlier. They should, you could write
Right.
a laundry list of things they should have done. And then feeling like, well, I can't say anything because I've already fucked up so much.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I
too
mean? Like
far. Yeah.
maybe that was part of it, why she didn't want to say anything.
Right. Maybe.
So
She probably just wanted to forget what
yeah,
she saw, and then obviously they're not gonna let her forget. Like,
no,
I don't know. But yeah, I guess Christina now has gotten death threats from people around the world.
well,
Um, I mean that happens, but I mean one said you are a killer, which I don't know, seems a little unfair, but
yeah,
who knows? But then another one said, "Where's Nancy, huh? Stop hiding the truth. Tell us now, otherwise we're gonna come for you."
yeah. I mean, the whole thing about that's the unfortunate reality of you being online. Like you always running the
Yeah.
risk of you're going to get doxxed by somebody, you're going to get threatened by somebody. Like, and I mean, most of the time for average people, it's just like arguing on Facebook or whatever. You know what I mean? But when it gets to
Yeah.
this point where way too many people know about it, that's when it starts to get a little dangerous because now it's like you're taking a small sample size of people that really don't give a shit about you to that one crazy person that's
Right.
so invested in this case that will find you and will
Right.
hurt you.
Yeah, it does get scary. And I guess some messages have gone to her personal cell phone too. So that's like really scary.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's one thing if like you get like DMs on whatever social media app that you have, but it's another thing where it's like unknown number or number I don't know, and it's like, hey, I know you killed Nancy. I'm coming for you. It's like, whoa, holy shit.
Right. Yeah.
So,
That definitely gets scary. I mean, I could see wanting a lawyer for that, but like
but was
her
that?
response kind of, no, she got a lawyer first. It's
That's what I'm
kind of like
saying.
that set it up a little bit, I feel
Yeah, yeah,
like so I don't know. Yeah, I guess I mean the families definitely voiced their frustration with Christina about not hearing anything and having this attorney statement instead, which was like insane a little bit. But the attorney's response was that Christina was traumatized by the incident and needed time. It's like, okay, what about the family? Like, are you kidding me?
I mean, I get that to a certain extent. I truly do. But at the same time, like you said, you don't get to hold that information. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you know that's what happened,
Yeah.
and you can, like, here's the thing, even if you saw it happen, you saw her get in the water, you went for the kayak, she's not there. You're freaking out. You go back to shore, you rush out of the place, and you flee the scene. Yeah, you're still a piece of shit. But at least people know what the thing. Like at that point,
Right.
it's done. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like in all honesty, like Are you probably going to get charged with something? Maybe, you know, but that's it. It's over at that point. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, and the family can like start to heal too. Instead of
Yeah.
like you said, thinking that she's alive somewhere in Guatemala, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Um yeah, the FBI has said that it's not aware of any evidence of foul play. And they also said witnesses have been cooperative with authorities. So I don't know. Maybe telling the FBI, I guess no no one else, but they are offering resources to the Guatemalan authorities to help search. But like at this point, it's been almost, well, 2.5 years, I guess. I don't think they're still searching. I mean, they never found anything. So
Well, the bad thing is too with like, yeah, especially like that deep, like the sediment at the bottom is
yeah,
probably feet deep as well. So like anything that did settle, like, dude, you're not gonna find anything. It's sunk into
right.
that silt and soft stuff. You're not gonna find anything.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's like two main theories, I guess. There's like one theory and then an adjacent theory, and then there's like a crazy theory that I'll
Oh,
talk about like a little bit, but like it's kind of stupid. But we'll go with, or maybe I should talk about the crazy theory first, just to get out of the way.
hey, let's do whatever.
Um, the craziest one is that she was targeted as a sacrifice by the group, since apparently she was the only Asian member on this retreat. So it was like a hate crime mixed with like a cult sacrifice for a
That fe-
yoga
that
retreat.
f- that feels like a Reddit story.
Yeah,
That's what that feels like. Like that feels like I'm having fun scrolling my phone at night when I should be trying to sleep and finding the most crazy story I can find on
right.
Reddit. Like that's what
Yeah,
that sounds like. Like that's
yeah.
the one I'm clicking on because I know it's probably not real, but
Well, yeah.
I got to know what it's all about.
Yeah, it's insane. Well, and I couldn't even find anything really explaining why
Of course not.
this would
Yeah.
like
Of course not.
wh- why would a yoga group be, I don't know. Yeah. And
Well, I get it to a certain extent because I understand, especially what is this
well,
2023?
it's 23, yeah.
Yeah. So like the whole if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, if listeners correct me if I'm wrong too, but wasn't that when like the Stop Asian Hate stuff was going on like super more so?
Maybe. I thought it was closer because it was during COVID that all that was happening. So that's
No, yeah.
only like 3 years. I mean, it could still, yeah, be
I,
happening then.
I'm just assuming. I don't know if that's
Right.
truly the case. But I mean that like having a tiny little nugget of like, oh yeah, see, hate crimes happening against Asian Americans must be a cult devil worshipping yoga hippies that go to Guatemala to sacrifice a member of their
Right.
group. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Because I mean, that definitely was happening at that time. So you just add in a little bit of that. But she was there the first year. I mean, I assume the first year no one went missing. Or
or
maybe they did and she didn't notice or something.
or she was a part of it
Mm.
and she threatened to go tell the see, I'm just adding to the fucking Reddit
Right.
thread
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. She was gonna, well, I would not go on a trip again if it was like that. If she knew that they're sacrificing people, and why would you go again? I don't know. Or she was gonna blow it all up or the,
Oh, it's fun and games until you're the sacrifice, and now it's not.
well, yeah, you think you're different or whatever. But no, I mean, yeah, this is obviously a ridiculous theory. And other people say she was not the only Asian there, even. I mean, I can't find the only people talk about Christina and Eddie. And I mean, Eddie is like Hispanic. I mean, Christina's white, but I cannot find anything about these other people there. So she might have not been the only Asian there, too, for this retreat group.
Well, that's what I'm like, kind of what you said earlier, though. Like, I don't feel like this was very well organized to begin with. So it's not very
Yeah.
surprising that you can't find, like,
Right.
you know, a lot of information. I mean, and even too, like, I'm trying to think of like some of the things I've been to, even in the last year. Like, I don't know how you would find a complete list of people that were at events or something. You know what I mean? Like
Well,
how
yeah, the organization would have to share it, and they're not gonna
well, that's what I'm saying. Why
share
would
this.
they?
Yeah, right. And why would anyone else who was there like speak up either?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at this point. So, yeah. But no, the real theory is that I mean, they're pretty sure she drowned, but the question, I mean, these are kind of like two secondary theories, but was it accidental or was it on purpose? That's kind of where it's like which one.
Yeah.
Or I mean, did she even actually drown? Because there's only one person that says that they saw her get in the water. So I don't know. Um, but yeah, Nancy is definitely seen without a life jacket in the video, and she's in a kayak. And according to Christina's statements, she went for a swim in the deepest part while the wind was picking up. So that does point to accidental drowning. But that's also only Christina's statement.
W- Well, that's what I'm saying. If that statement is true, and even if it's not, even if, like you said, the wind picked up, that could be a detail that nobody's paying attention to. Because if she's not experienced on a kayak and that current starts going and it starts getting really choppy and she
Hmm.
capsizes the kayak,
Right.
well, what are you going to do at that point? You don't have a life jacket. You've capsized your kayak. You don't know how to get back onto it.
Yeah.
You know, the lady, if Christina's not experienced either, what is she going to do?
Well, yeah. Right.
You know, like
Right.
I I don't know. Like it is super weird. I don't know if I buy that it was like intentional. I think more than likely it was an accident and they just freaked out and didn't do the right thing.
Yeah. Right. I do think that she ended up in the water, whether she like purposely dove in to swim or like
Right.
you said, she could have capsized. I mean, the only other speculation is that Christina either pushed her in on accident or as a joke.
But see,
And so not
that's
purposely like
yeah.
but then she didn't realize how deep it was or whatever and it became a serious situation obviously.
Well, and that's once again though, like that's not like malice intent or
Right.
anything like that. You
No.
know what I mean? Like it's still an accident. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think it I really truly think it was just a bunch of people that had a traumatic experience and didn't know what the fuck to do.
Right. Yeah, and it would make sense to not say anything if you well, if she felt she did it on accident or something too. I mean, if she had anything to do with like pushing her in as a joke or accidentally knocking her in or something, I mean, then yeah, I could see being like, "Oh shit, I can't tell anyone this." Like, I don't know, then you're panicking even more.
Yeah,
But or I mean, yeah, like you said, even if she accidentally capsized and then she doesn't come back up, I mean, that's still like, "Oh shit."
yeah.
Like, yeah.
But once again, what are you going to do?
Well, yeah. Right. Because
So,
you're not gonna jump in. I mean, then you're probably gonna die too, like, I don't know. So, yeah, I think just the biggest mistake, I guess, was leaving the scene.
100%.
Yeah.
Because even if let's say they were messing around and she like pushed her with an oar, just
Right.
having fun. You saying that to the police, you might get in some trouble, but it's an accident.
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you're not going to go to prison for murder, you know? All you'd have to do is be like, dude, we were out there. She pushed me. I pushed her. She capsized and she went under.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how familiar they are with Guatemala or anything, like, if they had gone there before or anything, but, I mean, that would be scary to I mean, I guess you don't really know. Like, are they gonna throw me in jail or like, am I not gonna be able to get home? But like, that shouldn't be your first thought, I feel like, in this. Like, I don't know. Well, I don't know what I would do. You don't know till you're there in that
Yeah.
situation. But I feel like I would be like, we gotta get some help out here. Like, hurry or something, like
something.
not just leave. Like, I
Well,
don't know.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you leaving the scene is like the most
Yeah,
incriminating thing. Like, with even if you had nothing to do with it, you leaving the scene is the worst thing you could possibly do in that situation.
right. Yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah, and I do go kind of back and forth between how close was this group because it is only 12 people and like they all went the year before and it seems like they're all from like California area. Maybe not all of them, but like at least this yoga studio is in California and I didn't see it anywhere else in the US. So it's like one location. So I assume it's people that use the yoga studio. So like how familiar were they with each other or with
well,
Nancy or
I mean,
as hard it's
it could be anything from best friends to just acquaintances
right.
that just say hi when you walk in, and you do yoga
Yeah,
and you say bye when you leave. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right. Yeah, and if you only go on the retreat like once a year, I don't know. Because if you don't really know each other, then also it's kind of like, I don't know. You
oh
gotta pick
yeah,
your friends. You gotta pick your people who you're going on a trip with better. I don't know.
especially if you're going out of the country, man. Like, dude,
Yeah,
I could not imagine just being all like, oh, hey man, we're going to this awesome place. Oh, here's 12 random people you've never met, or 11 random people
yeah,
you've never met before.
right.
No, thank you.
Especially, yeah, out of the country to Central America
I need at
or,
least two people that I
yeah.
know at the very least.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't even be fun to
That's what
just
I'm
go
saying.
for like a week. Yeah. So I wonder like who her friends really were or if they
Or if
were
she even
there.
had them
But
in the
yeah, we're
group.
never gonna know. Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, that's all the information I could find. And I mean, I do think we're never gonna get answers.
No,
So
no. Unfortunately, I think you're right. I think we're never going to have any answers. We're never going to find anything from her. You know what I mean?
yeah.
I feel for the family, man, because that's got to suck.
Oh yeah, I
You know?
cannot imagine they're going on some fun trip and for it to end like that, like where like we said, no one's saying anything to you or anything. It's like that's so hard to imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, hey, kids, wear your life vests. Make sure you don't jump
Yeah,
in 1,100-foot, you know,
right.
windy, choppy water without
Yeah,
said life jacket.
yeah.
And if you're going to go on a kayak, make sure you know how to use it, unless you're in a small ass lake where people can get
Right.
to you relatively quickly.
Or like
So,
a gentle creek that you can
yeah,
stand up in or something. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. We're talking like a 2 foot, 3 foot,
Right.
depth here, where it's
Yeah,
like, oh no, I can't swim, but I can stand. There you go. So,
yeah,
well, wild. I wish there was more information, but I think it's just going to be weird Reddit people that are speculating, and
yeah.
that's
Just
about it.
yeah. That's probably all that's gonna come out from now
So,
on. Yeah.
all right. Well, listeners, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you guys want to check us out on any other social media, just type in the Paranoid Perspective Podcast and you will find us there. Check out our Patreon at patreon.com/the Paranoid Perspective Podcast. Got some extra little perks over there for you to check out. Check out our Amazon affiliate. What are we talking about today, Sarah? Do we have a specific one, or we got something?
Um, no, I feel like I should plan this better
No, no, we don't
every
plan
time.
shit.
Just our mics again, I guess, right?
Hey, there you go. This Rode podcaster right here, you can find on Amazon. I am not affiliated with Rode in any way, shape, or form, although I would really like it. So if somebody from Rode happens to listen to this, hit us up.
Yeah, they could sponsor mine to
There you go.
upgrade.
There you
All right.
go.
Because
There you
mine's
go.
what was it? A HyperX,
No,
whatever it's called. It'll
no.
be linked as well.
No, but yeah, check out the Amazon affiliate link. If you guys, I know most of you guys are already shopping at Amazon. If you haven't checked out the Amazon conspiracy episode, you need to check that out too. Easiest and free way, just as always, like this, share it, interact with whatever piece of content you're seeing in any way, shape, or form. That goes so much further than you know. And as always,
Remember, just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not watching. See you next time on The Paranoid Perspective.